The seat of Brisbane runs from the city and the river in the south to Ferny Grove, Mitchelton and Stafford in the north. But a seat has been held by Labor's Arch Bevis since 1990, and he's much more confident this year than he was back in 2004.
We simply haven't got the support in Queensland since '96 that we need to get to form government, and that makes Queensland the battleground state. And whichever party can score half the seats in Queensland probably forms government.
The Liberal candidate is young business advisor and former chairman of the Australian Republican movement, Ted O'Brien, and he knows he faces a tough ask.
Well, look, there's no doubt Brisbane's sandwiched between Lilly and Griffith, and that is Rudd and Swan. But it is such an important seat, and I wouldn't be doing it unless I was passionate about Brisbane and passionate about where Brisbane is going in the future and how it should be represented.
The Liberal Party's candidate does not have a huge budget, so he says he's been campaigning at bus stops and cafes.
Call it old-fashioned or grassroots politics. I think that is exactly what it comes down to. I really do believe it is getting out into the community. I'm not an incumbent. I don't have the value of a full-time office or staff or money to spend on printing. This comes down to working your tail off, and that's what we've been doing, and every single day it reinforces to me that I'm doing the right thing, and that's exactly what we'll be doing right up until election day, and really looking forward to it.
Ted O'Brien says he's delighted with the response he's been getting.
I don't kid myself. I don't think the warmth of that response is because I'm Ted O'Brien, or even for that matter that I'm the Liberal candidate. I think people are just finding it refreshing. I think Brisbane people, and maybe it's reflected across the country too, they're a bit tired of the scripted sort of politician. I think they find it refreshing to have someone who is prepared to go out on the street, who is prepared to do the soapbox, who is prepared to knock on doors. And it's that accessibility and looking people in the eye, having the chat one-on-one, that reinforces my belief that I'm doing the right thing.
But the long-serving Labor member for Brisbane is extremely confident about Labor's chances in Queensland at the upcoming election.
I think what they're now seeing is a Labor Party in Queensland where there's not just Kevin, there's a whole raft of senior people. And you look around the Labor front bench, there are quite a few senior figures who are Queensland members of Parliament, who after an election in a Labor government would be senior members of the government.